to the bad guy. Yeah, Chico. Yeah, Chico. You're talking to the bad guy. Toothpicking your eye. I'm that guy. Hey, yo. Look, something happened to thee, something happened to you, okay?
What's going on, everybody? It's Coach Vibes here, man. SMACM World got a very special guest, man. Introduce yourself.
Rob Sikes.
And Coach Sikes is the head basketball coach at D'Albertville High School, man. I'm really glad to have you here, man. Thank you for your time.
No, we definitely appreciate you having me.
Man, most definitely, man. So, when we do on SMACM World, we always give you your roses and your flowers so everybody can smell them, man. Really appreciate what you're doing for the community in D'Albertville, man. I know you're a family man, a man of God. You really display the character what your players need to have to be off the court, because we always know that the ball stops, man. Everybody can't play forever, and you always show a great example how to be a man. And I really appreciate that you do that for your kids, man.
I can't take credit for any of that. You know, after that name Sikes is a junior, I got to give all credit to my pops, man. Seeing, man, definitely raised me the right way, and then obviously all ultimate credit to God.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Let's get right into your journey, man. Talk about a little bit about your high school career. What made you want to start playing basketball?
Definitely my pops. He played collegiately, played in all armed forces teams in the military, traveled all overseas, and I fell in love with the game at an early age, and was able to play for Coach Wyndham on his first high school team when he first got the job, and I love Coach Wyndham. Transferred my junior year to St. Martin. We actually tried to do something a little crazy my senior year. Me and Justin Ray over there from Gulfport were real good friends, and tried to pull a we tried to pull a little team up, and I tried to move back to Biloxi, and as soon as I had moved, he was gonna move, but things kind of fell apart or whatever. But God always got, I always say that he's playing chess and we playing checkers. Chess is a strategy game, and he's so strategic. Right. And while we just looking to make one move at a time, he already 10 moves ahead. So, ended up signing at North Carolina Wilmington out of high school. Was blessed to have a pretty good high school career, and the first first boy on the boys side to sign Division I out of St. Martin. So, I'm definitely, I give God all the glory for that. I'm thankful for that. But I was a knucklehead, and I think that's why. I'm able to reach a lot of the young men so well, because I made so many mistakes, and I don't hide from them. Right. A lot of times, God brings us to a place in our life, and we act like we forget. Right. But we need to remember so we can help those young men and young women along the way. And so, I did 1 year at North Carolina Wilmington. Continued to get in trouble. Just wasn't handling business, and had to transfer. It wasn't like I entered my name in the transfer portal.
You were forced to.
I was forced to transfer. You got to get up out of here. Yeah. And so ended up going to play for Josh Church. He's at Indiana State now, but at a Division II in Tennessee called Lincoln Memorial, and that really began to shift a lot of things in my life. Just had to really get myself in order. And I ended up playing my last 2 years at Delta State. Started out as an assistant coach under Charlie Patterson. I'm definitely grateful for him for getting my foot in the door in this coaching game, because I was a manager at Waffle House.
Okay. That's good. That's why we bring people on here. Yeah. So when you see how your journey was, me and my boy Bingo, man, we always amazed at people's journey, because we never know. We only see what we see. I only see you as being a D'Albertville coach. I don't know what it took to get there. That make any sense. So yeah, man, talk about you said Coach Pav. Shout out to Coach Pav. I talked to him this week. St. Martin's head coach. Talk about how Coach Pav influenced you to coach.
Well, he called me up one day. I was just getting off a 14-hour shift at Waffle House, and chasing the money. You see that manager behind your name, but there's a lot of hours behind that. And he just asked me, would I like to coach basketball? And I love the game, and he told me how hard the journey was going to be, because you got to climb. And but I'm thankful to him, because he didn't have to. Coach Pav is a great coach in the state of Mississippi, and he had options. So I'm thankful that he chose me. I'm forever grateful. As I said, God is always strategic, and that he allowed our paths to cross. When I was in high school, I was supposed to play AE for him as a 10th grader. As I said, I was a knucklehead, got in trouble. I thank God for the way my parents raised me, because I got into a little trouble. And nowadays kids can do anything and they playing the next day. Nah, it ain't roll like that. It ain't roll like that. Shut it down. So that AAU season was lost.
He lost that year, man. That's all good. That's good though. If they didn't do that, then maybe we don't never know. You might not be the head coach. You might think you could get away with all those things you were saying. So did you start your assistant coaching career at St. Martin?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, after you left, you wasn't assistant forever. So where did you end up going after that?
I spent 4 years at St. Martin and then ended up going to Moss Point. And, spent 2 years at Moss Point, and I was blessed to be able to.
As an assistant or a head coach?
As a head coach.
Head coach
at Moss Point, and we were able to, have some success there, and God just opened the door for me to be able to come to D'Iberville, and now we're just finishing up year 3.
And that's awesome, man. You're definitely building great culture at D'Iberville. I want to talk about probably one of your most successful tournament wins, called the Holiday Classic in Gulfport, man. You went back to back. Not too many people can say that. So kind of go about those 2 years that y'all went back to back.
Well, the first year we played in it, we it was just crazy. We had to, I call it the Gulfport Gauntlet. We had to, take on West Harrison. I had to take on Gulfport and then Harrison Central. And that first year, it was just crazy, because I tell people all the time, I can't take credit for anything that's happened in my life. But I can't take credit there, because we were struggling at the time. We had just lost a couple games in a row. Dealing with some things in terms of just the growing pains of being a basketball team. And it was at that time that we just kind of started to turn around. Had some great practices. Did some things outside in the community that just helped build us as a team. And man, it just the way it happened. Dominic Simpkins, signed with Holmes Community College. I love that dude. He told me we was down by 2 in that game, and he was like, "Coach, if I get an opportunity, I'm not tying the game."
Yeah, he's going for the kill.
He went for the kill.
He's definitely been like that. Yeah, I've been watching him play since his AAU days, man. He's definitely a killer. We call him. He's a dog, man. I've been asking coaches this. I didn't get a chance to ask Coach Miller. He came on the show as well. I didn't get that chance to ask him. What do you feel about the 35-second shot clock being implemented in high school? Do you think that will hurt or help the game?
I think it's going to help the game tremendously. It's going to help us as coaches. Look, have I ever stalled the ball? Absolutely.
It's in the game, though.
Because we can.
Right.
But is that helping our young men as they go to the collegiate level? Absolutely not. And so I do think that, I hope that it can get implemented, so that we can help these young men become better and help us become better. Because a lot of us have aspirations of becoming collegiate coaches, and what are we gonna do? What I'm saying? We can't hold the ball for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So I definitely think it'll be a great addition to the game.
Most definitely, I agree with you, Coach, man. I just think it's just get that clock in their head. Hey, you can't, we gotta make efficient shots in the shot clock and all that thing. I just like that. I mean, we've been watching shot clock most of my lives as far as college or NBA. So, man, it wouldn't hurt the high school to do it. And everybody would probably just attach to the game, and they'll keep going, man. Another thing I want to ask you, Coach, how you feel about this past season? I know you didn't win, go deep into the playoffs, but how do you feel about this past season?
Well, this past season, we were able to win the Holiday Classic again, and when we first got the schedule for it, it was us matched up against the #1 team in the state, Meridian, and obviously, it was just crazy. It was just crazy. You had to beat Meridian, had to beat Yazoo City, great coaching, Anthony Carlisle up there at Yazoo City, and then having to beat Gulfport in the championship. Yes, so it was, but I remember what Ron Norman told me at the end of the game after we beat him. He grabbed me close, and he told me, man, he said, it's your time, kid. You give God the glory. He said, you continue to do that, He's going to continue to take you to higher heights. And for him to say that, being the #1 team in the state, just taking a tough loss, it just shows that, for me, that's where we should be as coaches. You know, yeah, we're upset that we lost, but definitely encouraging those that are coming up behind you. And so, you know, we were able to win another state playoff game, and there's only 2 in Diablo history, and we're blessed to be able to have both of those. And so it was a success because we're continuing to build.
Most definitely. So I see you building a culture, something special in Diablo, man. We hope you continue to bring the gold ball home one day, man. We keep praying for you, man. It's gonna happen, man. You just got to speak it in existence, man. Most definitely. Another thing I would like to ask you as far as basketball, do you think your players are starting to come, buy into the culture? We keep saying culture. Do you think they buy into the culture for Diablo basketball?
I definitely do because it's we like to say that we practice like nobody else, and that's no disrespect to any other teams or coaches. They work just as hard, if not harder. But I put them through it. I put them through it because we have to. I don't have 6'8" walking through the door, 6'7", and we got to go to war with it. As I always say, midgets. We have to max out with what we have. And so I'm thankful to have a group of guys that run through a wall. We say they'll run through a wall for me, turn around, ask it to be built back up, and run back through it again. So I'm thankful for that.
Most definitely, man. So I got probably like 2 more questions for you, Coach. I ain't gonna hold you all night. I would love to sit down all night with you. Did you end up graduating from Biloxi or St. Martin? Which one?
I ended up graduating from St. Martin.
St. Martin. So, all right, put the pressure on you, man. Your top 5 players ever to play at St. Martin. We know we're gonna put you on there just out by default. You're on there. Coach Sikes on there.
You gotta put Ed Simpson on there.
Okay.
Signed in Middle Tennessee. That I was able to see play.
Right.
So that I was able to see play. You got Ed Simpson. You got my brother Roger Sikes. Played overseas. Played in South Alabama. You got to put Stacey St. Julian in there. I think a lot of people forget about that guy.
One more. I just need one more. I put you as number 1 on him.
I'm gonna go ahead and say.
The pressure on you, Coach.
It's been a lot.
It's on you, Coach.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Jairus Carrier, big man that came a few years after me, and he did a lot of good things for the program there.
Okay. I like to ask coaches, man, former players, as far as that. So you haven't been at Diablo long enough for me to ask you, but I do know Dominique Simpkins is probably one of the best players that you had in this 3-year span. So talk about some returning players that is going to help continue that culture that you were looking for to win, the winning culture at Diablo.
Well, one thing that we did at the middle of the season, I moved my freshman point guard up, Juan Santiago. He'll be a sophomore this year. He actually, big moment for him this year. He hit the 3 against the court to send us in overtime. Huge shot for him.
He's playing in the All-Star game this weekend.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Got him coming back. Got Gabriel Wells coming back. Our starting 2 guard. Just a dog. He's just a dog. He loves to play defense. I mean, this is the type of kid. He came into the gym today. Coda came in and get some defensive slides, and that's just unheard of. You know what I'm saying? But they know that's the key to my heart. That's the key to getting on that court. so they come here to work. Yes, sir. And then lastly, Cam Patterson. He's a senior as well. Definitely been working hard in the weight room, working hard outside in those fields, just running, doing all the agility stuff we do, and just a host of young guys that are just ready to step up.
Man, that's what's up, man. So the Sikes family is the basketball family, man. Before we go any further, man, we got to shout them girls and your wife. So make shout them out before we move on.
Definitely want to shout out my wife. I believe behind every great man, whether it's a coach, president, whatever, like any man in leadership, they have a great woman behind them. If they're not married, then they got a great mama behind them. So I'm thankful for my wife, Ebony Sikes. I'm thankful for my 3 children. My oldest, Raylan, my son, Robin III, and my baby boy, Roman.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. What's up, man? So you're going to keep that Sikes name going on, and then that leader's going to keep going on. I know you're going to instill great things in them, man. I really appreciate you coming on the show, man. Yeah, man. So got Coach Sikes here from Diabloville, man. It's Coach Biles, SMACM World. See you next time.
Yeah, Chico, talking to the bad guy. Yeah, Chico. Yeah, Chico, you're talking to the bad guy. Toothpicking your eye. I'm that guy. Hey, yo. Look, something happened to these, something happened to you, okay?